Nhexus, level 18 upgrade. Well guys, it finally happened. Check this out. Bam! Broke the front A-arm, and I just didn't want to replace it with a stock one. I wanted to go with RPM. Now, a lot of people will argue that RPM doesn't make the right sized front A-arm, but they do. Let me explain. These are the front A-arms for the Nitro Rustler, Stampede, and Nitro Sport. The front A-arms of those RCs is the same size as the front A-arms for the Bandit, but most of the time no one will really say that these can be used for the Bandit, which is one of those things that it drove me nuts and threw me off for a long time. But yes, you now know the secret. A lot of people just use the Rustler A-arms, and those are a little bit longer. I want to keep her a true Bandit, so I'm going with these. So let's go ahead and open these up and check them out. Go ahead and just cut the package open and pull them out. And yes, they are going to look much better. Now, one thing I do find interesting that RPM does from time to time is you'll see they included screws for the shocks. Now, I have the right size screw, but it's interesting that they include them. But they don't always do this with the front A-arms, only sometimes. I don't know why. It's completely random. Oh well. But anyways, let's go ahead and take off the old ones and put these ones on. First thing I'm going to do is make things a bit easier for me, and I'm going to take off the front bumper. That way I can have a much easier time reaching the front pins that hold the A-arms to the bulkhead. So I have to remove these two screws. The next thing that I need to do is remove the front tires, which is just held on with one 4mm nut. The only thing I have to be careful about is that there's no wheel hex hubs that hold the axle pin to the axle, so I have to be careful not to lose this bar. And now I get to pull out 4 pins and 2 screws. There's a pin on each side that I have to unscrew and pull out the rest of the way, and then I have to undo the screw that holds the shock to the A-arm. There we go. We have the old A-arm, and here is the new A-arm. If you line them up, you can see that they're exactly the same size. So now it's just a reverse process. All I have to do is reattach those 2 pins and that 1 screw in each arm. Alright, looks way better. Not to mention, it's much more functional. So let's go ahead and reattach the tires as well as the front bumper. And I am done with this upgrade. So now I just have to worry about the rear A-arms, and unlike the front A-arms, the rear A-arms for the Bandit are completely unique to this RC, and RPM finally makes the rear A-arms, so I'm going to be getting those sometime in the near future, but for now I am completely satisfied with the front ones. And that was a level 18 upgrade for Nhexus.